Hey guys, happy 2014. Today we're going to learn how to divide fractions. So one word you should know is reciprocal, which basically means the reciprocal of a fraction is the fraction turned upside down. So that's all you have to really know about reciprocal. So the steps to dividing a fraction are K, keep the first fraction the same. C, change the division sign to multiplication. And then F, flip the fraction, or you could think of it as changing it to the reciprocal. So you could think of it as keep, change, flip. So for number 1, we keep this fraction. We change the sign to multiplication, and then we flip this fraction right here. So 1/2 times 7/8. And then you just multiply straight across, so 7 times 1 is 7, and then 8 times 2 is 16. So your answer is 7/16. Number 2, you keep the first fraction, change the division sign to multiplication, and then you flip the last fraction. So 1/5 times 4/7. Then you multiply straight across. 4 times 1 is 4, and then 7 times 5 is 35. And you can simplify it down further, so your answer is 4/35. So for number 3, keep the first fraction, change the sign, and then flip this fraction. So 1/2 times 4/5 equals 4/10. And so we could simplify this down to 2/5. So here's a little trick to simplifying. You could either simplify after you're done doing the math, or you could do it before doing the math. If you look diagonal from everything, like 1 to 5 and then 4 to 2, you could see if they have a common factor. So 2 and 4 have a common factor, which is 2. And so 2 divided by 2 is 1. So you could change this to a 1. And then 4 divided by 2 is 2. So instead you could be like this, and it could be easier because sometimes when you actually do the math, they turn out to be bigger numbers, and so it's harder to simplify. So 2 times 1 is 2, and then 5 times 1 is 5. So you get the same answer. Number 4, -9/5 divided by 2 equals. So for this one, you keep this, change the sign, and then you flip this. This is 2/1, by the way. If there isn't a number under it, just add a 1, because that's basically the same thing. So -9/5 times 1/2. So -9 times 1 is -9. Then 5 times 2 is 10. And you can simplify that down further. So your answer is -9/10. So for number 5, -3 divided by 3/4. Remember to add your 1. So you keep this fraction, change the sign, and then flip this fraction. So negative 3 over 1 times 4/3. Before we actually do the math, let's see if there's a greatest common factor. There is, so let's just go ahead and simplify it right now. So negative 3 and 3 have a 3 in common, so we cross this out. Negative 3 divided by 3 is negative 1, and then 3 divided by 3 is just 1. So 4 times negative 1 is negative 4. 1 times 1 is 1, so your answer is negative 4. You could have also solved it and then simplified, but I think this is a much easier way. Try doing number 6 on your own. So for number 6, keep this fraction, change the sign, and then flip this fraction. So 1/3 times 3 over negative 4. 3 and 3 have 3 in common, so change both of them to 1. So 1 times 1 is 1. And then negative 4 times 1 is negative 4. So your answer is 1 over negative 4. Keep in mind that you can't always use the simplifying before actually solving it, because sometimes there won't be numbers that have a greatest common factor. I hope I helped you out. Please make sure to rate, comment, and subscribe, and to also follow my Twitter. That will be in the description box below. And I hope you guys have a great year. Happy New Year.